Okay, we are going to start assembling our collage. So you're going to get a piece of blue paper. You're going to have your paper that you made the bark, your nest, and then your green paper, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is on the blue paper, I'm going to write my name, Mrs. K, and a 1, and I will come around with your dots later, okay? Now I'm going to start cutting lots of pieces for the tree branches. So you're just going to take this paper and just keep cutting stripes. Okay, lots of them, and these are going to be all your pieces of bark. So if you don't use all the pieces, that's fine, but it's nice to have a bunch for you to all use, okay? Then you're going to start arranging them on your paper. So you can have the bark and the branches going all different directions. You can go off the paper, whatever you want. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if I like that one as well. Okay, so I've got kind of them sitting there. I've only used about half of them. Then I'm going to take my glue and start gluing down. And you only need, you might have to give it a little shake, you only need like a little line of glue on it. And then you're going to hold it down. And it's okay, remember, to go off the edge of the paper. These are a bunch of branches that are going to be holding up your nest. And there's another one going off the page there. I'm getting a lot, so I may have to take this one, kind of hold this one down for a little bit so they don't all slip and slide around. Okay. So holding it down so it lays nice and neatly on there. I can take another one here. I can kind of overlap that. Okay. So those are all just branches. It's like a cluster of them. I feel like I need something right in here. So I'm going to add a little bit more on mine. So there's about 4 pieces that I didn't use, and I'm totally fine with that. Okay. And I really want to hold it down. I really want to hold it down so that it's sticking really, really well. Okay. Now, all these pieces that are hanging out, I'm going to show you how to fix it. You're going to turn it upside down, and then you're just going to take your scissors and you literally just turn the paper and trim the little pieces. I'm not cutting the blue, I'm just cutting the brown paper. Just trying to get as close to it as that I can. And my last one here. And then I'm going to turn it like this. Okay. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on my nest. So I'm going to take my glue. I want to make sure the side that has the oil pastels from last week is facing down. And then I'm just going to put a glue dot around the edge. Maybe a little circle in here like a bullseye, but not too close to the edge. And then I'm going to place mine however I think it's going to look interesting. So I'm going to place it there and hold that down. Okay? So some of you will get this far and it'll be time for cleanup, and that's fine. Some of you may get to the actual leaves. So the leaves will be on this paper here. It's that green paper. So on the back side of your paper, you're going to draw leaves, okay, all over your paper. You can have some that are bigger if you want to. And then you're going to cut them out. So what I usually do, kind of cut them out into a section like this so it's a little more manageable. Then I can start cutting these out. And if you're not right on your line, that's actually okay because they're leaves, they're organic, they don't have to be perfect. And I'm going to cut all these leaves out. Now, if we get to a point where we're getting close to the end of the class, I'll give you a little reminder, and Then you can write your initials or your name on the leaves so you don't forget them or lose them for next week. So I'm going to cut all those out. Then I will start gluing them on. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. So just like, I might have to shake it again. Little circle or oval shape of glue. You can kind of cover up parts and spaces like that I didn't like as well. You can have the leaves overlapping your nest. You can have the leaves kind of coming off the side here. If they go a little bit off the paper, that's actually okay with this project. I think it looks kind of interesting. And then this is all we're going to be focusing on today, or adding the leaves to your project. So as the ending, if you get that far. And then next week we'll focus on finishing up the leaves, adding finishing touches to everything else, including your eggs, and then we'll be done. So today we just have our blue paper. We wrote our name, code on the back. We cut out strips of for the branches, and then we glued the nest down, and lastly we started gluing the leaves. And I still have a lot of leaves to be gluing on my paper that I'll work on later.